This Carnivine EX deck just won a 100-player tournament, taking multiple wins versus Giratina Darkrai and Gyarados EX decks. So I did what any normal person does, and decided to jump straight into master ranked matches with it, without any practice or testing on the deck. I have a good feeling about this deck, but stick around to see how it actually performs. 97% of my viewers are currently not subscribed, so if you enjoyed this video, please drop a subscribe, I would massively appreciate it. Now onto the gameplay. Going first into a water deck, most likely Gyarados. Okay, so it is. We should be massively favoured into this matchup. We have the Rotom start, so if he retreats onto the bench we can start pinging him off for 20. Let's see. I don't need the Carnivine just yet, so I am going to hold the Pokeball for one turn. Let's see. Do I want to play any of these? I'm just going to end my turn. I'm not too worried about Mars in this Gyarados deck. I have seen a couple of them use it, but it's so unlikely, so I'm not going to play around that right now. Because it's not clear what Pokemon I want on the bench right now. I definitely have a spot for Arceus, and I need a Carnivine. Is the final spot going to be Shaman or Rotom? It's hard to say right now. So I have some options. I can either... His Misty did get Tails, that's really good. I can either push 20 onto the benched Magikarp, or I can kill the Manaphy with Carnivine right now. Oh, the Sabrina, that's huge. And now if I hit Carnivine, I think Carnivine was guaranteed, yeah. Carnivine was guaranteed there anyway. Now I'll show him everything, and we're going to snipe off this Magikarp. I wonder if we can get him to concede even before showing the Arceus. Okay, no. Now that we show the Arceus, will he concede? I mean, it's very low odds, but there is still a world where he wins this game. If he has second Magikarp and gets an insane Misty play, he could win this game still. Obviously, that would need a miracle, though. But yeah, this deck is really good against Gyarados decks because you have so many ways of applying pressure to the Magikarp. For example, if I didn't draw Sabrina right there, I would have been applying 20. And yes, he would have evolved, but I'd just keep applying 20 until he's in range of Arceus plus Cyrus, and it would have been a free win. Going second into a fighting match. I haven't versed a fighting deck yet with this deck, so I'm interested to see how the matchup goes. He has quite a bad start. Marshadow is not ideal for him. He would much rather have Hitmonlee or... I mean, most likely Hitmonlee, Marshadow, Gallade EX is what he's running. Let's see, I do want to look for Carnivine right now so I can immediately start pushing the 50. Let's see if that happens. So I don't hit it, that's quite unfortunate. Let's see. I think I'm just going to build up Arceus from the back line. I'll play the normal Shaman down, but I'm going to hold a spot open for Carnivine. I'm going to end my turn here. But neither of us have got the optimal start that we want. He even runs X-Speed, so wow, that's actually completely fine for him. He's going to start pushing 30 to Arceus. I'm going to fall to 110. I'm going to go to a second energy. Then he's going to put me to 80. And I can come in and kill him. But then he one-shots my... Wait, that helps me. Why has he done that? That completely helps me. But, like, from my point of view, I've identified that my win con is Arceus from this position. But he does... He should be wanting to apply damage to the Arceus, but he opts not to. I really don't like that play that he's done. Maybe he's telling me that he has red in hand and he knows he can always do the 140 anyway. If I Sabrina now, does that do anything? So if I Sabrina now, it might look strange, but it makes him have to waste an energy to retreat. And it's really unlikely that he's running 2x speed, so I am going to Sabrina here. I just need to make him lose out on 1 energy, and that way his Marshadow can never ramp up to 2 energy in time to ever even get his revenge attack off. Because I'm killing whatever Pokemon comes in front of me next turn anyway. So he's going to retreat now, but he's down in energy. I'm going to kill, and he can never do the revenge. So that's why Sabrina last turn was really important. Yeah, I'm going to fall to 120. Don't really think that matters. And still no Ralt. Yep, I'm in a commanding position to win this game. I think he... For some reason he's targeting the Rotom down, but... I don't think that does anything. I really don't think that does anything. I'm going to draw 2. Still holding the spot open for Carnivine. Kind of worried about Mars. Let's see. How do I want to play this? And he opts to concede. GG. Going first against a Dark deck. We are forced to start Rotom in the front spot. That's completely fine because he has a free retreat cost anyway with Arceus. So the key card we're looking for right now is Carnivine. Let's see, I am kind of worried about Sabrina because if I play Arceus on the bench to play around Mars and he Sabrina's in the Arceus with a 2 retreat cost, I'm kind of screwed. I think the best thing I can do is just to place a Rocky Helmet on Rotom to go down to 4 cards. That way we're making the Mars a bit less juicy, whilst also still getting to greed our Pokeball. Because we really need to find Carnivine next turn, ideally. So I want to increase those chances as much as possible. He does have Research. He's on 6 cards in hand, but it looks like he's holding. So Mars would be really good for me right now. Let's see what I get. If I get Grass Shaman, that's really good, it's a basic, so now I have even better chances of drawing Carnivine. Sadly I miss. Now the Rotom's completely useless. I guess I'm going to start building up Arceus. Thing is, if I get hit by Sabrina, and I send in Arceus, normal type Shaman into the front spot, I'd need to pay an energy to retreat. If he has Sabrina, then he has it. I don't really think I can play around that. So this is what I'm going to do. So to win this game, I'm going to need him to attack into a Rocky Helmet, not have Giant's Cape, and hope for an Arceus one-shot. I could also pick up my red. He's destroying the Rotom next turn, so I can't even push 20 damage onto the Giratina with his attack, because I need to put my energy on the Arceus. Also, I don't even have enough basic Pokemon to do the full 130 just yet. This is looking kind of doomed right now. Let's see if we can pull a miracle. So he's attacking and falling to 120. I can currently do 110 after the Rotom's died. We do get the Research, which is really good. No basic Pokemon just yet, but that's completely fine. If I get hit by Sabrina, how sad am I? I think I'm supposed to play the Rocky Helmet on the Arceus here, and that way if I get hit by Sabrina, I can just give him let him put 80 damage onto the Arceus. I think that's the play. Would play this Arceus on board now. I am going to play the Arceus just to disincentivize Mars as much as possible. Plus I'm going to need him on the board to do the full damage anyway. So I may as well place him now. So the way his turn goes, it would be ideal for me would be he attacks and I get to come in with Arceus, but obviously he's not going to let us do that. That would be too simple. I think he's just going to place the energy and then ramp up. End his turn to ramp up an energy on Giratina. That's what I imagine he's going to do. So he does have the cape. So we're going to need 2 Arceus attacks to bring that guy down. Even red doesn't cut it now because I can only do maximum 130 because I don't have the basic Pokemon. But that's fine. If he attacks now, he doesn't have another Pokemon, another threat, so I think I'm in a good position. He might just place an energy on the Darkrai, on the back Darkrai, and end his turn with getting a Psychic Energy. Let's see if he attacks. So he is going for the attack. I think that might have been a mistake. Obviously it's hard for him to predict everything. So he puts the energy, but then I think it would have been better to put the energy on the back Darkrai, honestly, but That's what he opted to do. I think I need to go on the aggressive right now. I am going to Pokeball before research. Do I even research? I'm definitely attacking this turn with Arceus. I'm doing the 130. Let's see what I can do. I think I am going to research. There is a potential world where I use Focus Center Lady on the Rotom to play around him Cyrusing it in and taking the 3 point. I'm just trying to think if I'm ever going to need to save the Pokemon Center Lady for the Arceus to heal up. So he's going to do 100 damage to me, putting me to 40. I think I'm going to need the healing for the Arceus, you know. So I'm going to just let this Rotom die if it comes to that. I'm going to retreat and do the 130. If he doesn't Mars me right now, I'm in a really good spot. I can even come in with the Mars onto him, like an Uno reverse card. They're so used to being the one to do the Mars, and I'm going to do it back to him first. But I think this is a winning position. He has to end his turn to get a third energy on Giratina, but he also wants to push 100 damage right now, otherwise the Darkrai is just falling for 3. That's why I think he should have put the energy on this back Darkrai. Because imagine, if he just put a second energy now, and then built up a third Psychic, he would have 2 potential threats to carry this game from this position, but as it stands, this Darkrai is just going to die. If he ever retreats this guy, I don't currently have Cyrus in hand. So that might be a potential line for him to go. I don't know how good that would be. He's using Potion. I don't really know why he's wasting that. Unless he thinks that I'm running Mars and he just wants to get it out of hand. He would be correct in that scenario. Because the Potion doesn't really do anything for any of his other Pokemon from this point. Let's see, he's on 5 cards. By Mars, I set him back by 2. I'm kind of worried about this guy getting one-shot by Red. I could retreat. The fact that my bench is full really screws me because I could have retreated into Carnivine and killed. But the fact that he came so late really, really screwed me. But yeah, he beats me if he one-shots Arceus with Red. Even if I'm Mars, I don't really feel comfortable because there's a good chance he's running 2 Red. If I retreat, what if I Sabrina? If I Sabrina, he has to use Leaf. And then he's not using Red. Oh no, he doesn't even need Red because he's just going to put an energy on a Darkrai to do the damage. So he doesn't need Red. But this Arceus is always getting one shot. I think I need to retreat into Rotom and push 20 damage onto Giratina. But I also need to heal the Rotom. That's what we're going to go for. I have to heal the Rotom so that he doesn't get pinged off by a Darkrai. Now we're hoping to draw Cyrus. Let's see. If I draw Cyrus, I can pull in the Giratina, because this Giratina is the only threat to me winning this game. If the Rotom dies, I could potentially try and retreat into Carnivine. Oh wait, he has Potion. Well, Nurse Joy. But he wants to kill right now. Maybe I shouldn't have played the Arceus on bench that one turn and just held their spot open. I mean, I was worried about Mars. You know that there's a good chance that they run 1 Mars. But having the Carnivine on the board last turn would have been huge. So maybe I was supposed to just not play the Arceus down. That's more of a hindsight play though. I couldn't really predict that at the time. So let's see. what if I attack now? Ah, this is so hard. I feel like I need to retreat into Carnivine right now. That's what my instinct is telling me. So if I retreat into Carnivine, I go to 1 energy. I mean, this is what my instinct's telling me, so I basically have to do it. So he's going to attack in with a Giratina, and he only needs 1 more prize. I don't run any Leaf in the deck. I think I see the winning line. Let me just do my turn and then I'll explain. Do I Mars now? I suppose so. So I'm thinking, if he has red, this doesn't work. But I'm thinking, what if... So he's going to kill the Carnivine with his Giratina now. What if I put in this Arceus into the front spot, let him tank 1 for 1 turn, and then I can Dawn on the second energy and one-shot the Giratina back. If he has Sabrina or red, it doesn't work. So honestly, I'm going to need a miracle to win this, but there is some hope. Maybe he's only running 1 red or 1 Sabrina, and it's on the bottom of his deck. Yeah, he's going to kill Carnivine. Okay, so he Marses, so I need to pick up Dawn for that play to even work. I have 2 turns though. So I'm going to send this Arceus with Cape into the front spot. Then I'm going to put an energy on him. Then if I get Dawn, I can maybe have a chance. If you think I could have done anything different this game to win, let me know in the comments. It would be nice to know if I'd missed something. Oh, I'm going to play that. Guess I'll play this guy just in case he has a second Mars. So now, if he has red, it's over. If he has Sabrina, it's over. If he doesn't, I would need to top deck Dawn. Wait, so he has healing. Wait, so wow, he actually didn't have red or Sabrina. That's crazy. Maybe he doesn't attack here then? Yeah, the player's just to not attack for him. He doesn't feel any pressure to attack. Yeah, so it's checkmate. He literally doesn't have to attack. Now I lose. Maybe I'll wait to see if he attacks. He's thinking about something. He has to not attack here. He attacks. I have a chance now. I have a chance for a tie. I even hit the Dawn. Wow, let's go. That is a tie, right? I'm not tripping. Wow, we get the tie. What a crazy game. I'm pretty sure if he just didn't attack there, he wins. I don't really see what he was considering. But I'll happily take the tie here. Wow, what a game. Yeah, let me know if you think I missed something at some point. I'm always looking to improve. We get the tie. GG. So I'm going first into a steel deck. It's most likely Magnezone Skarmory. I did have a couple of options to start with, but I decided to start Rotom over Shaman because I can start pushing 20 damage. Let's see. We're just going to draw 2 here. We're really hoping for Carnivine. That's what we're looking for ASAP. Okay, so am I worried about Mars or red card? Or am I worried about Sabrina? Let's see. I need to leave open a spot for Carnivine, so I can't place all 3 down. The 2 cards I want on the bench right now are Arceus and Shaman. But then if I get hit by Sabrina, it's going to be a struggle to retreat. I could just hold in hand. Am I getting attacked? I am going to place the Rocky Helmet just to disincentivize him from attacking. So I'm going to say that he doesn't have Mars, and I'm going to hold everything in hand just to play around Sabrina. I feel like Sabrina is more likely. He actually has a really bad start right now, considering he'd much rather start Skarmory in the front spot. So he's delayed one turn from attacking, unless he has Leaf, but he's already used his supporter for the turn. Next turn I can push 20 damage onto one of his benched Pokemon. That's not actually that strong. I'd much rather have Carnivine. I wonder if I ever just start building up Arceus right from the get-go. That might be the play over pushing 20. Let's see. Does pushing the 20 do anything? I could potentially push 20 onto this back Magnemite. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to... And once again, I'm going to hold my cards in hand to play around Sabrina. And I'm just going to do 20 to the back Magnemite, because Magnezone has 140 health. So setting that down to 120 means it is in range of the Arceus attack later on in the game. I don't run Giovanni, so I had no way of doing that extra 10 damage. Next turn I'm going to start building up Arceus. I'm going to hope that Arceus can sweep this game. So he is retreating. We're going to see if he has Magneton in hand right now. So he does have Magneton. I think I need to hit Carnivine like right now to feel really comfortable in this game. Because it would be nice to put the Skarmory on a 2-turn timer. We hit Sabrina. Does that do anything? I have to play my Pokemon now so that I can start building up the Arceus. I am just going to play Arceus and Shaman and leave this spot open for Carnivine. Actually, that doesn't make sense because Rotom's actually going to die next turn, so I'm going to want to put this Rotom in the front spot. Maybe that was actually incorrect, because now I am weak to Sabrina later on. But that's fine. So I have some options here. I can use Sabrina. I could Cyrus in the Magnemite. But honestly, I don't really think that that achieves much. So I am going to just wait. I could even retreat into this Rotom. I would want to apply 20 damage to this Magneton in that scenario though, because I can never do the 140 as it stands. I think I do need to put 20 onto the Magneton. Let's see. Thing is, if... Oh. I do definitely want to retreat here though. I'm just worried that I might not be able to get to 3 energy on time on the Arceus when I need it. But I do have Dawn in hand, so this is completely fine. So if he has Magnezone here, he might want to retreat to one-shot the Rotom. Let's see what he goes for. Otherwise he might use Cyrus to pull in the Rotom that's damaged. So it might look like I'm in a rough spot right now, but I do think I still have good chances in this game because I have the Dawn. We can always move one of these energies onto the Arceus. We only really need 2 turns to set up. The retreat play actually sets him back a lot because he's not taking a prize right now, unless he retreats into Magnezone. But if he retreats into Magnezone, he's only getting off 2 attacks because his electricity will be gone. He does 110 to Arceus, that puts me to 30. I could then heal to 60 with Pokemon Center Lady at some point. Then he would need red to finish me off with a Skarmory. We do draw the Carnivine now, but it's just too late. I'm just going to play my energy on the Arceus. Maybe do another 20 to this Magnezone. Focus Enter Lady doesn't do anything here. Yeah, this is what I'm going to do. The next turn, I can already start attacking with Arceus. I wonder if that's good. Because I'm going to have to attack into the Skarmory, and if he has double Magnezone, it could be scary. I don't think I can beat double Magnezone, so I think I just have to take the risk that he only has one Magnezone, and not the second. But he is building up for 60 damage on one of these Magnetons, which could finish me off. But I need to consider the 60 damage that the Magneton can do now. If I come in and kill, he's going to do 110, I can heal to 60, and then he finishes me off. So I feel like I can't go with Arceus right now. Then what do I do? This has a 0 retreat cost with Arceus in play, so I am going to just put it in play to think a bit more. I'm just trying to see if there's any line I can do where I can bypass. Okay, I see a play actually. I can retreat into Carnivine and Cyrus in the Magneton that's on 40 and finish that off. Then if he has Magnezone, he can one-shot my Carnivine. And then if he has Cyrus, he can just pull in the Rotom to get the finish. I think that is my best line though. Because as it stands, I would need to top deck my Cape to be able to get the Arceus above 60. And I lose to Magnezone anyway. Let's see. My options are retreat into Carnivine and Cyrus in the Magneton, or Dawn the energy to Arceus and start attacking. I think it's Carnivine. Let me know in the comments if you would have done something different here. I feel like it was a hard turn. This is what I'm going to go for. Now he can kill me with Magnezone. I can finish off the Magnezone with my Arceus, and if he has Cyrus, he can beat me. Sabrina doesn't cut it because I can just put the Shaman in. This all banks on him having Magnezone right now. Seems like he does have it though. Okay, so he just needs Cyrus. I wonder if they run 2 Cyrus or just 1. Okay, so I'm going to come in with Arceus in one shot. Yeah, I wonder if there was anything I could have done differently last turn to give better odds of winning. I'm just going to put the Carnivine down. Don't think it really matters. Now it all comes down to if he has Cyrus. Let's see. He's going to have 6 cards left in his deck. I think they only run 1 Cyrus. I think they run 1 Cyrus, 1 Sabrina. So let's see if he has it. I think we played to our out. The fact that he's using Pokeball tells me he doesn't have Cyrus. Because what would be the point of using the Pokeball? I think we have managed to win this game. Not really sure what else he can do other than Cyrus. Yeah, the Iono doesn't do it for him. And it's looking like game over, and he does finally concede. GG. I'm going first against a fire deck. Pretty much has to be Charizard, right? I don't really know what other fire deck it could be. I'm going to start with Rotom because my logic is, if I don't draw Arceus, the Carnivine's doing 20, so I'd rather put 20 onto a benched Pokemon, most likely Charmander. If I draw the Arceus, the Rotom has a free retreat cost anyway. That's why I placed the Rotom in the front spot over the Carnivine. I'm actually going to hold the Pokeball for now. Am I worried about Sabrina or Mars? I think I'm more worried about Sabrina than Mars, to be honest, in this deck. I have been playing this deck a little as well, and I've been running a really greedy version that doesn't run Sabrina or Mars. It just runs double Iono, double Cape. And you're basically playing to get Charizard down as quickly as possible and win the mirror matchup. I might do a video on the deck at some point. But yeah, basically what I'm saying is I'm not scared of Sabrina or Mars, but I'm looking for Arceus right now, so I can apply 50 to this Charmander. I think it's 50-50 odds. I do hit the Arceus. There was one Carnivine, one Rotom, so it was less than 50% odds. So I got a bit lucky there. So now I'm going to retreat into Carnivine and do the 50 damage. We do have Cyrus as well, so even if he retreats, we're going to hunt this Charmeleon down. Let's see, I'm going to place... Cape could potentially be useful on this card at some point. So I am going to play Cape. I'm just trying to get cards out of my hand for... just in case he does have a Miracle Mars or something. Actually, this was probably a mistake now that I think about it, because there's a high chance he runs Iono. So I should have been holding multiple cards in hand to increase odds of drawing Cyrus. So if I see Iono right now, I'm going to be really sad, and this would have been a mistake. Keep that in mind. You're more likely to see Iono than Mars in the Charizard deck. So I almost completely lost my advantage with the Cyrus. So I think he's going to opt to build up this second Charmander. What if I retreat into Rotom and push 20 on it? I mean, this Rotom's always threatening sniping down the Charmander, so I honestly didn't even need this Cyrus. I didn't even consider that. But yeah, the Rotom was always going to be threatening this Charmander. If he had evolved, obviously it wouldn't. Let's see. So what are my options? I can push 50 into Moltres. I can retreat into Rotom and push 20 onto Charmander that's full health. Or I could finish off this Charmander now, and then just try and focus all my energy on killing the Moltres and completely ignoring the Charizard. I've run one Cyrus and one Sabrina, so there is a good chance that that play would work out. If he evolves to Charmeleon, he goes to 90. If he has Cape, that's 110. I think I can't take down this Charmander quick enough to make it worth it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to retreat into Rotom and I'm going to snipe off the Charmander and take my prize right now. I'm going to place the Rocky Helmet on the Rotom, just in case he does a Dawn play where he gets his energy onto the Moltres and starts attacking. He might feel like he's never building Charizard up quick enough, so he might go for some sort of play like that. But I think most likely he's just going to build towards Charizard, and I'm going to focus on killing the Moltres as quickly as possible. I'm going to push 50 onto it next turn. Being only one head there is really huge. Slows him down massively. There's Carnivine. So I can retreat for free. Wait. So if he retreats into Charmeleon, he can do 60 damage onto this Carnivine. Whereas he would be able to one-shot this Carnivine because of the super effective fire attack. I was just thinking if I wanted to ever put in the 80 health one in the front spot there. But I am going for this play. Do I want to put Carnivine down on the bench as well? I don't see, however, how it would come back to bite me, so I'm going to play him down. Because I do need multiple basic Pokemon for my Arceus to do his full damage. So he's retreating now. And I'm just going to build up my Arceus while waiting. So he's going to need to spend 2 energy killing this. I'm actually going to put Rotom in the front spot here, and I'm going to do 20 to the Moltres. Because this Carnivine gets one-shot by the 60, but this Rotom can actually tank a hit, as long as he isn't running Giovanni. Let's see, do I need to play any of these cards now? I can't Dawn and Cyrus in the same turn. So Dawn is actually quite a useless card. Maybe I should have Sabrinaed first. That was probably a misplay. I should have Sabrinaed. Yeah, I should have Sabrinaed. Honestly, I can still Sabrina. The 20 damage doesn't make that much difference. I'm forcing him to have Leaf, maybe? I don't know, maybe this was bad. Maybe this was bad. My thought process is he's not pushing 60 onto this Rotom. If he had Giovanni, he would have one-shot it. So even though I'm giving him the chance to ramp more energy on the Charizard for free, I ultimately don't think that matters because I'm just setting up for the Arceus to do enough damage to kill the Moltres that's on the back. The biggest way we can get screwed now is by some sort of hand shuffle to make us lose the Cyrus. I could Mars right now. No reason not to. No reason not to at all. I'll just do another 20 to Moltres while building up Arceus. Let's see what happens. So he needs to Iono to really screw me. I feel like from his point of view, he can tell that I'm really telegraphing what I'm going for. So if he has Iono, it's definitely correct for him to do it. Because I'm basically telling him that I have Cyrus by doing this play. Let's see what he goes for. He doesn't have it, it seems. Now I get to Cyrus him in and win the game. But overall, I am really happy with the game plan I went for. I think I did slightly mess up on that turn where I Sabrinaed. I should have Sabrinaed first. Because I gave him a window to come in the center with that Moltres. And I could have potentially hit him with the Carnivine, so I should have Sabrinaed before playing the energy. But other than that, I'm really happy with the way I played this game. I identified early that I couldn't kill the Charizard that he was building up quick enough. So I just ignored it and won the game. So GG. Going first into a water deck. Most likely Gyarados. But it does look like a Gyarados deck. We're extremely favoured into this matchup. So I'm looking for cards like Sabrina, Rotom. Not too worried about Mars. So I am going to just hold right now. I'm even going to hold the Pokeball. Just because I think Rotom is really important in this matchup. I basically need trying to maximise getting him. But if not, I'm perfectly fine trying to win with Carnivine. I just think we have so many threats into this matchup. Like, for example, I could get Sabrina. Okay, Sabrina doesn't currently work anymore. And he's going second, so he's already going up to 1 energy on the Magikarp. And the Palkia. So this is the absolute optimal start for him. He has his 3 main Pokemon, the Manaphy, Palkia, and Magikarp. And he's going second, so he gets to ramp them up. And he has the cape, so he gets to play around the one-shot. Let's see. I still think I can win this game though. Very low odds that he has... very low odds that he has Gyarados right now. So I don't pick up my normal Shaman, so I can't retreat and do 20 damage to the Magikarp with Rotom, which I probably would have done if I had the normal Shaman. I would have took the free retreat and done the 20 to the Magikarp. Because it's very low odds that he has Gyarados or Irida right now, so I would want to pressure him ASAP. That's fine, we can take the 20, we can push him to 20. Just trying to think if I need to play any of the cards. Not right now. So he's going up to 2 energy on Gyarados. So we have a couple more turns before I really start to get worried. He is going to get an attack off with Palkia. He even gets his Professor Research, man. This guy is drawing absolutely perfectly this game. So if I can win this game, that just shows the deck is really good against Gyarados decks. So he would have evolved right now if he had Gyarados. There's no reason for him to not evolve. So I am going to... Actually, there is a reason that he wouldn't evolve. If he wants to try and bait me into pushing 20 with Rotom and waste my turn not killing the Manaphy, that would actually be a genius level play if he did that. But I think most likely he would have just played the Gyarados if he had it. So let's see, what are my options? I can finish off the Manaphy. So there is a world where I do 20 with Rotom to Magikarp, but I think ultimately it's better. I have Sabrina in hand, so I can just take the prize on the Manaphy anyway. Yeah, I think that's completely fine. So he's going to one-shot... Let's assume he one-shots my Carnivine with Palkia. Then I would need the other Carnivine to be able to one-shot the Magikarp. That is actually kind of annoying. I guess I just have to pray that he doesn't hit heads. Yeah, I think that's the play. I just have to pray that he doesn't hit heads here. Or that I get my other Carnivine. I have 2 Pokemon left in the deck, Carnivine and normal type Shaman. So if I got Pokeball, it would be a 50-50. But I really want to be able to Sabrina this Magikarp in and finish it off next turn. I mean, this guy's drawing so many cards. He's going to have the Gyarados now. And he's already pushing tons of damage. So I need to somehow beat this Gyarados that is ready to start attacking. We need to see a tail. He even gets the heads, man. This guy is absolutely god. Literally light Yagami. This guy does not have anything go wrong for him ever. So let's see. I guess I just have to push 20 onto him. Honestly, don't really know what I can do here. But I'm going to keep playing just in case a miracle happens. I can Master set him back to 2 cards, but I'm not going to do that. I do have the Carnivine, so I can Sabrina in and push 50. But it doesn't really win me the game. Let's see. I think I have to Sabrina and push 50 onto the Gyarados. Maybe hope to top deck Cape. What cards are in my deck still? Yeah. So Sabrina now. Next turn I Mars. Hope he doesn't have red. Hope I top deck Cape and put it on Arceus to tank for a turn. What if he has Irida though? I need a Sabrina now, right? What if I just push 20 and hope that he doesn't hit heads? Maybe that's a better play, now that I think about it. And I get to Mars now. That's what I'm going to go for. I'm going to push 20 and hope that he doesn't hit heads. I basically need to get lucky and get an extra turn from somewhere. And this is how I'm going to do it. Otherwise I can't build up the Arceus in time. Right, I basically need him to not one-shot the Rotom right now. Then I can Sabrina and push 50 with Carnivine. And I get to preserve 1 energy which I can use to Dawn onto the Arceus. He's going for Misty. I'm not a fan of this Misty, you know. I really don't like that. Maybe he's scared of Team Rocket Grunt and that's why he's doing it. I mean, is he scared of a second Mars? I don't see why he would play that Misty there. Because now it's just more energy that he can remove from himself rather than from my Arceus, which I need to win. He should be trying to minimize his energy. Unless he's scared of Team Rocket Grunt. But wait, so he's... Okay, so he's going for this. Okay. Yeah, okay, so he even hit the energy on the Arceus. Let me know in the chat, did anything go wrong for this guy, or is he literally God right now? I'm probably going to show this loss mainly because I'm kind of annoyed at how well the game went for him. Even though I'm massively favoured in this matchup. I do manage to pick up the cape, so there is still a world that he doesn't have red. But even then, it doesn't do anything because he got rid of the energy. Literal faker. Does Sabrina do anything? No, there's nothing I can do. This game's completely over. Wow. Just wow. Going second into a dark deck. We have the Arceus start, which is nightmarishly bad. Like, this is absolutely terrible. But sometimes it happens. We are versing Darkrai Giratina. Let's see if I can still win this game even from this disadvantageous spot. He's holding 5 cards. That means no research. He could have held onto a Pokeball if he had it. Is there any point of me using Pokeball now? Honestly, not really. Honestly, not really. So I'm gonna just play the energy in my turn. How do I win this game? I guess I need to pick up Carnivine or normal Shaman right now. So I do pick up the normal Shaman. Now I need to hit Carnivine and I can retreat and start pushing 50. Does that do anything for me? If I go to 2 energy, he's going to end his turn and go to his 3rd Psychic. He's already... He's attacking after me. He just needs Darkrai plus red and he can already one-shot my Arceus from 160 even. But I do have Night Rocky Helmet. Oh, this is absolutely a disaster. Let's see. What do I do here? I'm just going to play the Pokeball and see what I get, and then I can make the decision if I don't get So I do hit the Carnivine. Now I have to think. My options are place energy on the Arceus and hope to race him down, or retreat into Carnivine. Honestly, I think I have to race him down with Arceus. I don't think retreating into Carnivine allows me to come into the game quick enough. I'm just going to try and hope he doesn't have Darkrai and race him down. I think if he had Darkrai, he would have definitely played it because... Okay, so this guarantees that he doesn't have Darkrai. He could be holding onto Pokeballs. He wouldn't be holding onto Research. But he really needs... If I go Cape, he needs Red plus Darkrai. I think there's a good chance that he does have... There's a good chance that he does have Red, since he's got so many cards that he's not playing. But does he have the Darkrai or a way of getting it? That's the question. I only have 2 basics on bench, so I was only pushing 110. And he concedes. Wow. He must have had a terrible draw. I mean, we both had terrible draws, but I come out on top. I think the key decision was either retreating into Carnivine or just saying, I'm gonna beat you with Arceus. And it looks like I did come to the right decision.